And this has been extremely popular because it's just really easy to use. There really is no better grinder out there that I've found. And let me just walk you through it and show you what it does. So it loads in the front here. There's a little lip on front that you open it. You don't have to twist this off. If you've ever had that kind that have springs in the top and you have to put the whole thing back together, once you load it in here, all you do is crank this handle back and forth. It literally just takes one finger. If maybe you have some carpal tunnels, if you do a lot of typing, you have that, you can use the palm of your hand. It has a ball for that. So it's very easy to use. But what's going on underneath, if I hold this up, you can see no matter which way I turn it, that ceramic grinder goes the same direction. So I can go all the way here, all the way there. That's why it's such an amazing grinder. These are ceramic grinders in there. They're not plastic like cheap ones. This is made by KOCHBLUME. It's a German design. And I'll tell you, now let me just show you. 35,000 sold, by the way. So, and this is on the QVC price of $33. That's what, $16.50 each. So it's a great price. So, and we have colors. If you're doing pink Himalayan salt or peppercorns, you're going to need to grind this. These are your grinders. Let's go through colors, and then I'll do some demonstrations for you guys. So we have them. Do we have them on? Yeah, okay. So they have the set of two in white. We have here. Great if you're doing salt and pepper. We have the set of two in the teal or blue. I don't know what that's called, but that's a teal. And then we have the set of two in the red. Now, if you cook with spices, you might want to consider salt and pepper, your oregano, your dried herbs, your fennel seed, your flaxseed, if you're on a flaxseed diet, your chili flakes. And let me just show you real quick, because you're probably mostly going to use this for salt and pepper. Now, you can adjust the coarseness from coarse all the way to fine. Let me show you the difference right here. This I have set on fine. So if you want to pepper a steak, you want to do your salad, more for your dinner table, use it for fine. If you're doing a stew, or maybe you want a thicker coarse, something for like a roast and you want thicker chunks, now set it to coarse. And you can see the difference, how nice and coarse that is and how nice and fine that is. It's really great. Now for your salt, if you buy Himalayan pink salt or that really good kosher sea salt, you know, it's chunky, you need to grind this. So you're gonna need a grinder for that. And instead of using other ones, you load it right here. I've got this set here to fine. So again, it doesn't take much to give you a lot. If you want just a little, just give it a little, that's fine. But if you're seasoning, I've got a bowl here. If you need to season maybe a big stock or a big soup, you need quite a bit of volume, that'll grind it up. You don't have to take years, it feels like, twisting those old style ones. Now, one of my favorite herbs is herbes de Provence. Again, you might see chefs pour it into their hand and rub it and do that. Well, it's a lot easier if you're making garlic bread. Maybe you want to use that as an herb, grind it. It's going to open up all that flavor. If you just have oregano, dried oregano, put it in here. For your pasta sauces, on top of your pizza, it's wonderful for that. And if you want to make your own blends, maybe you have an herb garden. I'll get to that in a second. You can even make your own blends. Maybe you have a rub that you love to make. This way, here's just a nice, I've got some pepper seed in here. I have some fresh herbs. I've got, I think, some mustard seeds in there. So it's a great combination. Now, if you have an herb garden, maybe you grow your own rosemary. Maybe you have a bunch of herbs you want to blend together. The only thing you need to do is dry it. So don't put wet herbs in there. They're too soft, okay? They won't grind apart. So what you do is you grind this. Now, I put this in the microwave. There's a quick way for about 45 to 60 seconds, depending on how strong your microwave is. And then you're just going to pick these off the stem like this. And remember, you could do oregano, you could do thyme the same way. And if you don't have one of these KOCHBLUME foldable cutting boards, just use a piece of paper. And then all I'm going to do here is take my grinder, open up that lip, and then just pour this in there, okay? Let me just go ahead and pour all that directly in there, okay? And then once that all is in there, here's the thing. Let me move over here because I really want you to see this. This is like nothing else. You ever do rosemary chicken or rosemary potatoes and you get little bits and pieces stuck in your mouth? This makes it into like a powder. I mean, you see how fine that is. There's nothing else that I've ever seen that does that. That is so fine. You make a rosemary butter. You do this on your chicken, rosemary chicken. It is so good. I love it for just rosemary alone. It is just worth it. I'll tell you, it's wonderful. If you are doing your dried chili flakes, again, maybe you don't want such big pieces, set this to fine and grind that down to those fine little chili flakes there. So if you're doing this in a scampi and you don't like it really hot, but you want a little bit of that heat, that flavor, grind it down fine. You don't get any hot spots that'll stir right into your sauce. Now, for mustard seeds, I love this for like a mustard cream sauce. If you want to do whole mustard seeds, again, maybe you're using this for a rub. Look at that. How great is that for those mustard seeds? You could do coriander seeds the same. And if you are doing the flaxseed diet, it's great for flax seeds. Actually, I don't think I have any flaxseed here. You want to crack open those flax seeds, but these are fennel seeds. Another thing that if you get a bite of that, maybe you're making meatballs and you're doing like an Italian meatball with fennel. Well, here, grind it. I'm going to do this to fine because I've got it on coarse there. Grind that into fine, and that is so much better because you don't get big chunks. You know, fennel is very strong. So grind that, put that into your meatball mix right there. And I just love that it's adjustable because, again, you can go from fine, maybe you want a medium coarse, so I'm going to do that medium, or maybe you want it a thick coarse. We're going to go all the way to thick here, and again, you're going to get that a lot thicker piece. So you're in control, and underneath what's happening again, if you missed it, is that these are ceramic grinders there. It is a ratchet grinder, so whenever you move it, it doesn't matter if you're going back or forth. You see how the grinder goes in one direction. How cool is that? The great engineers at KOCHBLUME from Germany made just a wonderful grinder. And right now it's $33 for the set of 2. We have them in the set of 2 red. We have them in the teal, the set of 2, or the aqua. What color that? And then that's teal, okay. And then we also have them the set of 2 of white, and white is most popular right now. So get on the phone. A lot of people buying more than one set, which is right. One for the beach house, one for the home, maybe one for the motor home, the RV. If you're traveling, you get a set for each because you are going to use these. We all use salt and pepper. I really recommend whole black pepper instead of pre-ground pepper, and especially if you're doing dried herbs. Fill this with your dried herbs. I love herbes de Provence. It's rosemary, thyme, oregano, marjoram, savory, fennel, and some French lavender. That and a red sauce is so good. It's so full of flavor. Marie Louise, come here real quick. Open up your hand. Let me do this. Now, I'm going to crack some herbs in there. This is herbes de Provence. Tell me what you think. Just give that a smell. Yeah? Oh, that's lovely. It's the aroma, right?
Very fragrant.
Opens it up. Okay, over the shoulder. Good luck.
Which one?
That one right there.
This one?
I don't know.
Which one is that one right there? Oh, great.
There you go. That one right there.
Thanks.
All right, there you go. Again, full of flavor. This is K49825, the KOCHBLUME set of 2 ratchet grinders. It's on $33. 4 easy payments at $825 if you want to take advantage of that. And we are 8 minutes away from the one time only, but coming up next is my pal, Marie Louise. Take it away, sister.
Hey, I love that I can still smell that. Now it's all over my hands. Let's get organized. Let's take a whole bunch of things that we have in our house that we normally keep in the refrigerator that tend